Hi guys, so this is how to plot coordinates onto a coordinate graph. So if you look over to the right hand side straight away, you've got what looks like a coordinate graph here. So the horizontal axis, the one going across, is called the x-axis. So this is the first thing you need to know. And then the one going up, so the vertical axis, that's called the y-axis. So x-axis goes across, y-axis goes up and down. So coordinates then are things like these things here in the middle. So we're going to plot these on it in a second. But if you go over to the left then, so x, y, so the first part of the coordinate of the set of coordinates will always be the x value, and the second part will always be the y value. So the x value tells us where to go on the x-axis, and the y value tells us where to go on the y-axis. So the first number always tells you how far left or right to go. The second number tells you how far up or down to go. So if you look at the example then, the first value in all of those, A, B, C, D, E, F, are all x values, and the second part of it on the right is always y values. So let's try plot the first one. So the first one is 3, 4. So I'm going to try and plot that. So always look left or along the x-axis first. So along the x-axis I'm going to 3. Now 3 is here, and on the y-axis I'm going to 4. So 4 on the y-axis is up there. So my point then will be where those two will meet. So they meet at exactly here, so across from 4 and up from 3. So that will be my point A. So I've plotted point A. Let's look at point B then. So minus 2 comes first. So minus 2, I'm looking left or right then first, and I'm going to minus 2 on the x-axis, which is here, and then I'm going to go to 6 on the y-axis, which is up there. So we always look left or right first, and then up or down. And I'm going to put a point where those two will meet. So that's the point there. So that's the point B then. The point C is minus 2, minus 2. So I'm going to minus 2 on the x-axis, which is here, and I'm going to minus 2 on the y-axis, which is here. And I'm going to put a point where those two will meet in the middle, which is there. So that's point C. Point D is 5, minus 1, so I'm going to go to 5 on the x-axis and down to minus 1 on the y-axis, which is there. Point E is 3, 0, so I'm going to go to 3 on the x-axis, and then I'm not going to go up or down because because the y-coordinate is 0, so I'm kind of going across to 0, so the point is actually here, 3, 0. And then the last point I have to plot is 0, minus 4. So I'm going across 0, left or right 0, and then I'm going down to minus 4. So again, that's on the axis. So the last point there is F, that's on the y-axis. So those are my 6 points plotted. Okay, so if you want to pause the video and try and plot each of those coordinates, and then play on the video, and I'll go through the answers. Right, so the first point anyway is 2, 7, so I'm going across 2 and up to 7. Now 7 is kind of just off the, you can't really see 7 here, but I'll just put it in. So 2, 7 would be up here, so I go to 2 on the x-axis and 7 on the y-axis. So that's A up there. B then is minus 5, 2, so I'm going to go to minus 5 on the x-axis and up to 2 on the y-axis. So there's B. For C, I'm going to go to 3 on the x-axis and down to minus 6 on the y-axis. So C is there. D is minus 1, minus 6, so I'm going to go to minus 1 on the x-axis and minus 6 on the y-axis. And put my point down there. E is 0, 4, so I'm actually going to 0 on the x-axis, so I'm not really going left or right, but I'm going up 4 because 4 is the y coordinate. So E is there. And then F, minus 6, 0, I'm going to minus 6 on the x-axis, and then I'm not going up or down, so I'm staying there. So that is the point F. Okay.